Using LinkedIn webinars to grow your business is an incredible tool. Hey, this is Paul, and on this episode of Giant TV, I'm going to focus in on the Vistage chairs that I work with. This is a great organization, and we put together these introduction to Vistage webinars done on LinkedIn using LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn events, and they're incredible. They build authority, allow you to engage with your top prospects, and this strategy really works for any industry and profession, but I want to focus in on this particular scenario of Vistage chairs and what we do with this webinar. You'll love it. I'm going to show you the pieces and how it all fits together and the results that you get. So let's go jump in. Okay, hi, I'm going to just get right into this, and we've got good people showing up here. I recognize some names, but okay. Really fired up about this. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder, president of Giant Jacks Media. I partner with a lot of Vistage chairs, executive coaches, helping them to grow and nurture their business, look at things in a very different way. But before I get into this introduction to Vistage tool, and this is something that can be used not just for Vistage chairs. It's awesome for Vistage chairs, but it can be used anywhere. But I want to just describe where this fits in to the process. And so what you're looking at here is something that I just, go insane about. If you follow me, hear my stuff, I'm always, the sidewalk preacher going into this, because it just flat out is something that's necessary for every business, whether you're a solopreneur or a bigger business. Got to have the 5 foundational tools. Now, obviously, there's other things, above and beyond stuff like this, but these are the tools that you got to have. And so this is what I'm talking about right now. What I'm about to get into, this introduction to Vistage event. This is where it all fits in. All these pieces need to be working in unison with each other to help you grow and nurture a business, identifiable, repeatable processes to have a smooth growth as opposed to bubblegum and toothpicks and so forth. And so what we're talking about is this here, the virtual events. So let me go over here. Okay, so let me set this up, and then I want to just show you kind of the trajectory here of how this is going to work. So what we all need to do is have top of the sales funnel tools to engage and build authority, get in front of our target prospects. And we all have a sales funnel, and it's not a dirty word or phrase. Sales funnel is, you got to have it, got to own it, and understand what it is. And as we all know, top of the sales funnel is getting people aware of who you are and what you're doing. It's guiding, it's teaching, it's helping, it's offering solutions. And one of the biggest mistakes I see people make at the top of the sales funnel is they just sell right away. They sell, and it flips your sales funnel on its head. Your conversions are horrible when you do that. You've got to just first get people to know, like, and trust you. So what this is really a webinar to engage, build rapport, and convert and get in front of your top prospects. And it's using the LinkedIn tools that we all have that are free: LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn Events. And those tools are going off. They're, these tools, online tools, video, streaming, are going off everywhere on LinkedIn. Obviously, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter now. All these platforms are focused on streaming, video, events, and so forth. And LinkedIn, which we're all on, and where our clients and prospects are hanging out, has a massive focus on LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn Events. They just rolled out LinkedIn Audio, which is incredible. So think of this as a top of the sales funnel tool to get in front of the people that you want to talk to. And with Vistage shares in particular, it's really, really hard to get in front of CEOs and C-suite executives. I mean, you're whale hunting. And whales are very difficult to reach, and there just is a lot of competition out there for their attention. And the coaching consulting world has exploded over the years. Everybody's calling themselves a consultant today, and it's crazy. And so and people are reaching out. And so this is about you separating yourself from everybody else in order to get the attention of that CEO. I mean, those people and the C-suite executives and advancing leaders, emerging leaders, trusted advisors, all the groups Vistage chairs build, they're all hard to reach. And, they're not showing up everywhere all the time, because they're busy running companies and doing their thing. So you've got to be very strategic in how you get in front of them and be different, because you are competing with many other people for their eyeballs. And I'm reaching out to those people for some of the businesses I'm growing for myself, and I'm using every tool and strategy and trick in the book to get them to notice me and get on a Zoom with me over everybody else. And so tons of competition, which is why this tool of using LinkedIn events, webinars, LinkedIn Live to be different and get in front of them. So that's the what of what this is. And why you want to do it is gets into your funnel and building rapport, teaching, guiding, helping, which is, a lot of that is marketing of yourself and your practice. And marketing, as we all know, is the long game of reaching out and building rapport. Long game, brand consistency, getting out there, which supports the short game of selling. So the selling is you're asking somebody to do something. You can't not have marketing supporting the selling. I see a lot of chairs, I'm going to focus on chairs here for this, but I see a lot of chairs that are selling at some level, whatever they're doing, networking, referrals, cold calling, God forbid, and all that stuff, but very few are marketing and getting out there and supporting the ask of the sell. And with the sell, you're asking to, asking someone to get on a Zoom call, certainly to buy your product or service, and you've got to support that ask with the marketing where you're nurturing along the way. And this gets into the nurturing, the marketing, and the asking with this tool. So the why is that's why you're doing this. And the execution of this, before I share my screen and show you kind of what we did with Jeff Oak as a chair in near Long Island area, is that so the idea is an event that is pre-recorded, and it is used as an evergreen piece of content, meaning we can use it over and over again to generate interest and get it out there. And so here's how it works. So there's an introduction to the event. We call it Introduction to Vistage. And it's, obviously not the Experience Vistage event. That's a totally different scenario. That's downstream in your sales funnel when you've already made people aware of who you are, you've warmed them up. Obviously, you get them downstream into that event, which is awesome. And in my discussions with Vistage, executive leadership and the regionals I'm talking to all the time, we just are all on the same page about this. This is a top of the sales funnel thing, different from Vistage Experience. That's why we call it Introduction to Vistage. So you have the chair pre-recorded video, 45 seconds, a minute, couple minutes, introducing this event. So you Zoom that, record it, you have that. We take that intro and we have that content. So, chairs get that over to us. And then that intro then goes into a session that you have with a top Vistage speaker. Now, I have access to top Vistage speakers in the country because they've appeared on one of my podcast channels. And the ones I approached for this, I'll give you an example. Amy K. Hutchins is an incredible woman out of San Diego. Just was a Vistage member for 9 years. Then speaks at all the VESs. So she's tapped to speak at the VESs, the executive summits. And she has an incredibly successful international consulting company around communication, hard discussions, interactivity, management, employees, and really hot topic stuff. And she just is an amazing person. Voted #1 Vistage speaker. And I went to Amy and said, look, I need your help. I need you to partner with me and the chairs I'm working with, because we need to put this event together. And I want you to bring your content, your personality, all of that to the table, record a Zoom session with the chairs we can use. Amy was all in, didn't hesitate for 1 second. And I love her comment, which was, Paul, I can sell Vistage without selling Vistage, because she's a member. She knows it. So she's awesome. So now chair intro goes into a session, about half an hour, with Amy K. Hutchins. And I have other, Dr. Bill Crawford's another top Vistage speaker that I approached and is doing this also. Incredible guy. So then you have this session, and it's a conversation. And the chairs I'm working with, we have media channel branded for them. Every one of them has a channel they set up with a tagline, and all content runs through their media channel. So it's on this channel, but you have a session and it's back and forth, interactive, and so forth. That works great. And Amy K, gets the drill. She'd go on for hours and hours, but you have that session. Then that transitions into member testimonials, at least a couple. And these are great. The way Jeff did it, he actually had, I think, 6 members do it. And he was at a meeting and they were sitting outside in a chair, and he had posed questions and they did it. He really put the time and effort into it, and incredible content he got back from his members, posing questions about, what does issue processing mean to you? How do you dedicate time to Vistage? You got to do the monthlies and the groups, and what's that time commitment all about? So, just pointed questions that potential prospects will care about, but it goes into member testimonials, pre-recorded. They can Zoom it, they can shoot it on their own. I walk everybody through this. It's not Herculean to get this done, but it does require a little bit of effort to do this to get the event going. But you have your member testimonials pre-recorded, and then an outro by the chair with a call to action. That's about 45 minutes is where we edit it. I edit that in-house, branded for the chair, their media channel, 45-minute event. It is killer. Now we take that event and then we set it up as a LinkedIn Live LinkedIn event, and pre-recorded. And there are tools, that we set up in order to make this happen, to stream it live on LinkedIn. You got to have a third-party streaming app. We're all dialed in with that, but you set this up, and what we do is we market it in a unique way. So it's set up as a LinkedIn event on the chair's site. I stream it on my own site. I have a massive network, and I like amplifying the chairs I work with all the time on my network. So I set it up as an event on my site, and then we set it up on Amy K. We pair it to her LinkedIn site for more amplification, and so it's concurrently streaming on 3 different LinkedIn sites. Awesome. And then we set that event up. Now, if you haven't done a LinkedIn event, what you do is Amy K is inviting people, her network, first level connections, to her event on her LinkedIn. The chair is inviting people, their first level connections, through the LinkedIn event portal. And it's great. LinkedIn's constantly updating that portal. They recently updated it. It's a fantastic portal. You have it. We all have it. And it's great. And you can invite, and there's ways to bulk invite. There's some search functionality of your first level connections in the event portal. You can invite. It's not very labor intensive to invite people. You just go to town inviting people. LinkedIn, you can invite 1,000 people per week, but you invite everybody that you're targeting here. And then I'm inviting people, strategic people in my network. So you have these 3 events. We're all inviting. People get pulled in. So again, with the LinkedIn event is when you invite somebody, they click in, they come into the portal. They are a captive audience. You see them. You now can start engaging with them pre-event, which is a best practice. So, hey, welcome to the event. It's going to be awesome. Amy K is wonderful. You'll get to meet my members, etc. So you're engaging already with your top prospects that you handpick through the event portal. And they're seeing you. Maybe you've talked to some, maybe you've never talked to any of them, but you're connected. And now just that alone, where they're seeing this incredible event and you're taking the time and adding value, it does wonders for you and building rapport up and trust of you with these people that are getting pulled into your event. So you invite people that way. Email also is an important tool. So we invite people through email. You have an email list. This is a way with email too, which you saw in my 5 foundational pieces. Email is really important, done right, to nurture, not to sell with email, but to market, sell, market, sell is the way email goes. And so marketing, branding, this event, you're inviting through email. So you have your email. And of course, you have an email process where you're gathering emails, getting them into your distribution platform. Constant contact is what we use. And then nurturing, having a conversation and inviting, adding value to your network through email. And so email invite goes out, directing them to sign up at LinkedIn, right? So email to LinkedIn. So now you have that. Some people are going to open email. We have high open rates with the chairs I work with email because we do it right. They're having conversations and engaging with their email list in a very good way. And so email goes out now, that's happening. And then we have a dashboard, proprietary dashboard, where we have all campaigns run in a dashboard, and we have the ability to automate an invite to the LinkedIn event through the dashboard. This is a direct message. So it's not a LinkedIn invite, it's not an email, it's a DM, of course, as we call it on LinkedIn, to first level connections we've identified on the dashboard, and it's going out. And it doesn't matter that they may see it in a couple places. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I mean, you don't obviously have everybody's email, and not everyone's going to open the email. So you get a subset there. Some will open their direct messages on LinkedIn. They'll get messaged, they'll see it, they'll open it, some not. And others will get the invite from LinkedIn and see it there. So it's great because you're hitting them up in different areas professionally, and you want to just make sure they see the event and get it there. So that's how the marketing goes out for this event, and you start getting people pulled in. And then you also have the ability, when you set up this LinkedIn event, you can grab the link to it and you can manually send it to anybody you want, text it to them, email it to them. Maybe you have, you want to personalize to a little group of people. Hey, I'm having this great event. You send it out that way. Perfectly fine. So now the marketing is going out. People are getting pulled in. You're engaging ahead of time through the LinkedIn event portal. And let me share the screen and just show you what this looks like. Okay, so this is the event here. I just have it up on YouTube here just so I can play it. But, Jeff's intro here. So he starts out and, does his intro. So he's got a great intro. Then it goes in to his session with Amy K. This is Amy K, of course. We've got it set up this way. Jeff's brand is taking care of your business. We work together on this. All his media, whatever he's doing, runs through this branding for him. He's got, music associated, intros, outros, whatever. But it's going here to Amy K. And this is just an incredible session. Jeff is awesome. Just so good. And Amy K is great. So then this goes on. And then get over here. Okay, then you start seeing the members. And this is how we set it up. And it's so great. People got into it. They're just sitting in a chair out there, answering pointed questions, and Christine was awesome. Loved her, what she was saying. And we flashed the questions up there on the screen that they were answering. Let's see if I can find one here. Well, I can't. Oh, there's one. Let me see how we did this. Well, anyway, so we flashed the questions up on the screen, then they answered it. And this is the event. And what happened coming out of this, you can just kind of get a feel for it, these people talking. But what happened here is Jeff and I were talking about just debriefing the other day is great people got pulled in, and then he's starting to talk to some of the leads that came in. These are Vistage quality people, because remember, we hand pick these people. These are just not randos out there. And his feedback is, he's like, I'm having these phone calls, and he's like, people are saying things like, hey, the session with Amy K was awesome. Loved hearing the members. And somebody else told me, yeah, I've been seeing your content on LinkedIn for a while, because Jeff is doing what we have all chairs do, is video is his content, is the marketing, short snack size videos that are constantly posted on LinkedIn. He shows up everywhere. Blogs and all these things. And they've been seeing his content, getting nurtured. Now they go to the event, they see this, they're interested. Now it leads to a call. And this person has been in his kind of ecosystem for a while. This is exactly how this is supposed to work. This is not some ridiculous promise, or, okay, I'm going to 20x your business overnight and do this. You're going to close 15 people. Come on. This is about doing the right things to grow and nurture your practice. And so it's working, and we're going to do this over and over. This is an evergreen piece of content. We can do it again, capture more people, other people that couldn't make it will get pulled in. And I'll say that when you do these, you engage beforehand in the LinkedIn event portal. During the event, remember, it's streaming. It's not live, which is great. So there's no worry about technology or nervousness or screwing up. It's streaming, but you're there still engaging. You go into the LinkedIn event portal, it streams, and your LinkedIn banner flips to your live show on your personal site. The event portal, which is different from your LinkedIn site where your banner is, you go to the LinkedIn event portal, that banner there flips. So it's showing there, and then you're in the event portal, and LinkedIn sends out an alert, by the way, that you're live. It's an automatic push to your network. Jeff's live. So they'll push it out to your entire network. Jeff's live. And so even more people are going to get alerted that you're going live, and a reminder that way. And they have a couple of push notifications leading up to the live event, which is great. But so then while the event's going on, you're in there in the portal, and you're engaging. Hey, thanks for showing up. Love this. Hi, welcome, John, blah, blah, blah. You're engaging during the event, which is awesome. It's running. You're seeing yourself right there. And then after the event, as we all know, the follow-up is key. And this is where every event you do, the follow-up is going to make or break your event, right? Assume you got all the front stuff going on. It's the back end. You don't just do an event and walk away, and nobody wants to do an event just to do an event and walk away. Forget about it. There's got to be results there. And, through the businesses I'm building, we put on 50 workshops a year to Vistage, Tiger 21, the Women Presidents Organization, EO, YPO, on and on and on. And it's always the follow-up and the execution on the follow-up that makes our events a winning event. And so for this, the follow-up is, and Jeff and I walk through this, is okay, what you got to do is, excuse me, you immediately after the event, that event then gets posted on your LinkedIn newsfeed. So it shows up there in your newsfeed as a pre-recorded event, that it already happened. And it's there. It's a post now, and it's also in the LinkedIn event portal, by the way. It doesn't go away from there. That event stays up on your event portal unless you delete it. So all those people that are there, and the event and the recording is over there. And so it's great to have that, but it also shows up in your newsfeed. And now you can grab the link to it. And what you've got to do is follow up with each attendee. Hey, thanks for your interest in the event. It was awesome. Amy K and my members were great. Here's the recording. So you get them the recording, whether they showed up or not, doesn't matter. Everyone's going to see it because you're going to send that recording, and that's the link. And here's a recording, and I'd love your feedback. I'd love to talk with you and get your feedback, and so you go in your call to action. You want to get on a call with them, and that's what you do. And there are strategic ways to get that link out to them. I use a video app called BombBomb, which is another discussion. If you reach out to me, I'm happy to tell you about that, because that's an incredible tool that syncs up with LinkedIn. You send a LinkedIn message, BombBomb's integrated, and it's awesome. But anyways, I use a video, send out the link to the other video event, and then you go for the call to action, and that's what you do. So the follow-up's critical. And then you run these events over and over. So if you're doing these monthly, not too frequent, monthly is great. You invite people, not more frequently than a month, because you got to invite people and you don't want to spam people with invites left, right, and center, but you do it monthly. And then if you have another speaker, I mentioned Amy K. Hutchins, I got Dr. Bill Crawford doing this. You do a session with Dr. Bill Crawford, record that. And this guy's amazing. Two PBS series, voted #1 Vistage speaker, really nice guy. And you get him, you record that session. You don't have to redo the whole thing. You just take that recording, we edit it. So we have another event, same intro, and then same, member testimonials, but now Bill Crawford. So now you have 2 events, and those are up on your YouTube site. We use them over and over. Now you have 2. And my goal for every chair is let's get 4 in the stable, so we have 4 we can use and use them over and over. So that's what this is all about. If you got any questions, as always, reach out to me. You know where to find me. My contact information is everywhere. DM me, email me, all my contact. I'm very easy to find. Go to my LinkedIn site and my contacts all over the place, which is best practice. Don't make yourself hard to get a hold of. Put your email, your phone number, everything, the names of your kids, where you were born, all your contact information on LinkedIn to make it easy for people to get with you. Booking link right there. Okay, that's it. Thanks for being here, and keep connected to me, because I'm always wanted to teach and help wherever I can. Thanks.